going on, guys? It is your boy TKD Orange the Year back in here on another episode 4, the A New Hope episode. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what other fours there are. Is there other fours? Probably not. Of Save Slot Podcast, the weekly PlayStation podcast, anything that pertains or has to do with PlayStation. And with me, of course, I got the luxurious co-host, the man that almost slept over this podcast, at Tajae Moment. How you doing, good sir?
What's good, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Tajae, and I'm ready to go.
Ready?
I like that.
To go.
I like that too.
Now, we did have a new idea, by one Jamal, of course, one of the fine panelists here on the show. And that is that we're going to do plugs in the beginning of the show. You know what I'm saying? That was a great idea. I like that idea. If we got to do it at the end, maybe we will. Maybe we won't. Who knows? We'll get there when we get there. But I figure, Tajae, where can the people find you following this podcast?
You can find me over on Twitter, at Tajae Moment. Over on YouTube, Tajae. Link in the description, as well as Instagram, TajaeYT.
Like it.
Yes,
and with me, in the middle, the freaking birthday boy. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
How
Brent.
old are you?
How old
Oh
are
God,
you?
I'm 28. Oh God,
28.
it hurts to say it. Like, it's painful.
He's almost dead.
I'm almost dead.
1 foot in the grave,
Damn,
bro.
man. You're almost there,
Like
bro.
at least a third of my life is just over right now. Like,
Damn.
A third.
I mean, what? 22, 4, 6. So what is that? You'll be 70. No,
I expect to
84?
live about 80 years old.
yeah, that sounds about right.
Something like that.
Yeah,
if I'm lucky.
With VR technology.
And of course, Jamal, to
What's up, man?
Brent's left, I think.
Yeah, you can find us at GameSpeak Podcasts. Basically, we're on every podcast feed you can think of. Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Stitcher, all that stuff. We're also on YouTube in video format at youtube.com/createforsanity, or you can find us on our website, createforsanity.com. I'm trying to get busy on Twitter. I'm trying to be like Tajae over there, but it's tough for me out there.
Bro, I'm
I'm
the Twitter wizard, bro. I'm telling
Twitter
you, bro.
wizard, bro.
He's the Twizzard, dude.
Bro, I'm the Twizzard, bro. Like, I could tweet out one tweet and send the whole community in fire. So, like,
Yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
just,
dude.
I'm just saying.
Twizzard,
The Twizzard.
man.
Yeah, I definitely. I'm taking cues from Tajae over there. I see the best and I'll learn from it. So we'll see what happens in the next couple months. So y'all follow me over there too. Al Jaffer Jamel. Good luck finding that.
By the way, guys, I'm gonna let you guys know right now. Jamel is spelled like Jamal. Don't type.
Yeah,
in J-
Jamal.
yeah.
Don't type of E. It's 2 A's.
The way you spell your name, it really frustrates me. I'm not gonna lie.
But
I can't help it, bro. I can't help a Middle Eastern.
I feel that. But if you
I got
don't
like
want
5 names.
If you don't want to guess the typings, of course, links in the description as well.
Yes,
and
yes.
even even I was looking, and those links actually work on Apple Podcast. Like,
Oh,
you
really?
can scroll down, yeah, and it works just like you would any links. And I guess that makes sense. It's 2020, so I guess that would make sense because they used to not be able to be like
Clicked on.
not come on to like hyperlinks. Yeah, but now they actually are. So very, very useful. Very
Sweet.
Hyperlinks.
hyperlinks. But I suppose I wanna hear from the birthday boy first. Actually, what have
okay.
you been playing? Because this one I didn't anticipate this being on anyone's list, but I'm very intrigued.
Well, this is one I return to a lot when I'm just kind of not playing anything crazy. I play UFC 3 a lot. It's like my favorite game, pretty much. I know that's weird, but I'm like really into like UFC, like just watching the UFC fights or whatever.
Right.
So I don't know. I like really get into the video game, especially online. Some people are really good online, but it's challenging, and it's like every button. I think I like the fact that every button has a purpose, like your square controls your left hand, and your triangle controls your right hand, and your circle controls your right foot, and your X controls your left foot. So like every button you push in conjunction with, square or triangle will make your right foot do a different thing. Like you'll do like a certain kind of kick, like you'll kick low or in the middle or high. It's just like really technical. And I don't know, it's a lot of fun. I was also really into those Fight Night games back in the day. and it just feels like a really advanced version of that kind of. I don't know. UFC 3
Interesting.
is so good, dude, and it's cheap as hell right now. So
Interesting, because like,
Did you play the Undisputed?
do what?
UFC Undisputed.
Oh yeah, man, I played the. That was one of my original faves. The Undisputed 1 back in the day. I was so into that. But then like this one is just like the mechanics are so good. But if you're used to Undisputed, this game will feel really slow. But it's really not. I don't know. It's weird.
interesting, because like I feel like in terms of like fighting games, UFC doesn't really get brought up a lot, you know, because I feel like it's obviously
No.
Mortal Kombat. You know what I'm saying? I guess some people consider Smash a
I think
fighting
it's 'cause
game,
it's similar.
Tekken, etc. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think Tajae's
Street
right.
Fighter.
It's just the simulator aspect of it probably is a
Yeah.
turn off to people, you know. It's
Interesting.
kind of just a sports game more than anything, you know what I
Right.
mean? So I think a lot of people kind of attach it to that same like Madden or whatever, you know.
Yeah, I think UFC definitely should not be in the same category as like Madden stuff. Isn't it made by EA though?
It is. I
Yeah, it
think,
is.
Which is crazy, which is kind of weird
Yeah.
because I feel like Madden is like
It's kind of crazy though. They get really into detail. I actually watched this interview with like one of the UFC fighters that like does work with the EA people,
Mhm.
and like he actually has a gym that they built for him at the EA studios, and he like teaches all the people at the EA studio like jujitsu classes and stuff. It's really cool. I don't know, and they use him as like the model for all their like mocap animations and stuff. I don't
That's
know.
nice.
It's pretty cool.
That's nice. That is dope. That is cool.
that's pretty cool.
Just look at that. Just
But
look
yeah,
at
that's what I've been playing.
that. Jamal, you beat Until Dawn for the first time. Tell me about it, because I have also played
Yeah, dude.
Until Dawn.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So,
I didn't particularly love it. I just liked it. You know,
Ooh,
I
let
didn't
me-
really love
I
it.
love Until Dawn. It's one of my
Can-
favorite exclusives.
I didn't
man.
love it. I just overall, that was, you know,
Am I
I liked
allowed
I liked it. But
to get into spoiler territory with this game? Like, I mean, it's been out since the PS3.
spoiler
can I-
alert. Spoiler alert for like, we'll say what, 2.5 minutes?
Yeah, 2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes.
Wait, Tajae, have you played this already?
Oh yeah, it's fire.
Okay,
Especially the
okay.
twist and turn.
So-
Oh yeah. Okay, just making sure. I didn't want to
I
spoil it
just
for
want to
you
say,
over
you
there.
can't even really spoil it because there's so many different endings.
That is true.
apparently.
It's true. It
That
could
is
go
true.
different
That is
ways.
true.
So my playthrough, I was trying so hard to keep everyone alive, okay? Until literally the last hour of this game, I had everyone alive.
Damn.
And then Matt had to be an idiot and get hooked through the mouth. I'm trying to hold off on the cuss words for a little bit, but but
Oh, I forgot.
he got killed last hour. Jessica killed last hour because I made one single decision that I knew I shouldn't have made. I'm getting chased by the Wendigo or whatever, and it's like run or hide, and I'm like, oh, obviously I should hide, but for some reason I chose run, and so she runs and dies, and I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. It's only 2 people. Everyone else that matters is still alive. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So last second, Mike has crushed the light bulb. The gas is going. It's like
Yeah.
we're about to blow up this place. I'm playing as Sam, and I'm like, okay, it's like save Mike or run to the switch. And I'm like, this wants me to save Mike. It's gonna kill everyone if I save Mike. So I run to the switch, and I kill everyone.
Gets out alone.
Everyone?
Everyone except they all blow up except for Sam, and except for Sam and the other dude who's like a nerdy dude that loves Ashley or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you have got to be kidding me. I have played so safe. I saved everyone until the last.
Yeah,
It was
you
like
can
10
have
seconds.
You can have the entire gang there, and then
Yes.
wipe everybody out right there.
Yeah,
It was like I saved all of them just to murder them. Like,
that's so
Yeah,
sad, and it's
I'm
like
gonna
that
be
one
honest, I'm
choice
guilty
too.
of the same exact thing. I'm guilty of that same thing.
really, you did the same thing?
Yes. But
Ah,
also,
man,
my dumb self didn't realize, like, I didn't cue in that, like, oh, it didn't correlate in my brain that was gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like it did for
Me
you.
either.
Yeah.
I was like, I thought they were trying to trick me into killing all the people, and I was like, no, because if I go to save him, I'm gonna die, and it's gonna get him
It's
killed
hard
or
to
something.
save him, though. Like, you have to stay still. Like, they have you, like, if you want to go back and do it, you can. But pretty much, you know how you hide by, like, sitting still because they can't see?
Yeah,
There's, like, I want to say like 20, 30 seconds of you just like still.
Dude, and that
you
game is
cannot
so
move.
sensitive. The
Mhm.
movement
Yeah.
thing is so sensitive.
Very.
Like if you
get
blink
genuinely
your
scared of-
eyes, it's like, oh, you moved.
Did you ever get like genuinely scared at any point in time? I thought it
Not
was scary,
genuinely scared.
but I
I had
got
some
scared.
jump scares, like where something would pop up and I wasn't expecting it, but
Right.
not like, oh, this is so creepy, I can't play it.
Yeah, I was
you
about
know?
to say it never made me so scared I didn't want to play. You know,
Right.
like it was like the right amount of scary. to
Resident
keep
Evil
me
4 for
interested.
me was the only game that like was so creepy I couldn't play it. I was younger at the time.
Yeah,
But like
same.
this game, the jump scares were like insane. Like they really genuinely scared me at the jump scares.
I
Like,
think
screaming.
Resident Evil 7 is the only game I had to play it with a friend because I couldn't
that
get all
was
the way
scary.
through it by myself. I was in VR though; that was really scary.
Yeah. Mia, you just don't mess with Mia, bro. Like, but no, for real, I thought it was a great game. I don't know how I feel about it yet. I kind of got to get some time away from it, but so that knocks out The Last of Us and Until Dawn, and I was playing a little bit of Bloodborne, like just on the side, and that's pretty cool. But that's definitely not one I'm gonna sit down and play all the way through in like a
right.
couple sittings.
I was about to
Yeah.
ask, like, are you gonna actually like commit to Bloodborne and like, cause I don't know.
Oh, I
mean,
think
some
so.
people
I think
like
I'm
that
gonna
game,
beat
I-
it.
You know. Oh, really?
I'm
Okay,
gonna
you
beat
are.
it.
Okay, I see,
But
I
over
see.
time, I borrowed Horizon Zero Dawn from somebody,
Fire.
and yeah, that's next. So
Fire.
it's either gonna be that or Days Gone. So
Honestly, dude, I would really recommend Spider-Man, man, because like that one you will get through in like 12 to 15 hours. You know what I'm saying? And
It's a
even
short
honestly,
playthrough.
that or even Ratchet and Clank, like maybe like take have like a because Days Gone is a massive game, bro. That game
Oh,
is
really?
long, bro.
okay, I'll save that one then.
is long. You know what I'm
My
saying?
problem with PlayStation Now, though, dude, why are some games downloadable but some you have to stream?
Because
Like that's just
it,
so annoying.
okay,
I think because
yeah.
some aren't. Oh, sorry,
it is
go ahead.
it is definitely annoying, but it's only the PS4 games. Any game
Yeah,
that came out on
that's
PS4 is
stupid.
available to download. Yeah,
And PS2, but the reason why PS3 doesn't work is because like the cell
processor. Yeah, it's a whole
Mhm.
thing.
That thing. It's all out of wanking.
But dude,
Yeah.
emulation for that
God of
is-
War is a PS4 game, but you can't download it.
But that's because
You should be able to, right?
No, you should be able to
That's
download
the,
God of War.
Yeah,
I
I
think God
think-
of War 3 they have on there though is the PS3 version. I think that's why you can't download.
God of War 3 remastered.
No, they got the new God of War on there too.
Yeah,
now,
the
but
new
they have
God
the
of
new
War's
God
on there.
Yeah, the new God of War is on there, but that one I'm pretty sure
You can't
can
download it.
Really?
Yeah,
May-
you should be able to.
Maybe I was looking at the wrong one. I'll check
Yeah.
again tomorrow,
Yeah,
and I'll let y'all know next time. But I was like so upset. I was like, because I tried to play Resistance like streaming, and it
nice.
was so laggy, dude. It was
Yeah,
bad.
I don't even think it's. I don't think
You gotta have a
PlayStation
good
now is
internet
good
connection
at
for
all.
that.
Yeah, I was like, if it's lagging on Resistance, there's no way I'm going to be able to
See,
play God
and
of
then
War.
The resolution,
I played. Oh, what's up?
the resolution, then the latency on top of that. No.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, dude.
I played
Yeah.
through the Darkness too. I streamed that whole game pretty recently, and it played pretty good. But I was playing with like pretty good internet too at the
Right.
same time.
Right,
I
right.
know
Yeah.
it works when you have. It can work, but
Yeah.
yeah.
That's about all.
That's it. Because
I
I
played Catherine like that too. It was pretty good.
yeah, I played the entirety of Red Dead 1 for the first time ever streaming on PS Now. That was my experience with
cool.
it. And like overall, like, you know, it worked out. But I have really good internet.
Maybe that's it.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I'm wired, so like I had like a really like stable connection. So
I wish my.
You need to be
That's really
getting
what it
at
depends.
least 30 megabytes a second if to make it work like even kind of good. You know what I mean?
yeah, I have 100 down, 100 up, and like a 3 ping. So
Oh yeah, you're probably working really good over
yeah,
there.
yeah. So mine's all good. But what was it? Wow, I lost my train of thought completely. What was it? Oh, I mean,
What
I
are
don't
you
know.
playing?
I will definitely get to that. Yeah, but I don't
Oh,
know.
my bad. I thought
no,
that's
no.
what was that.
Oh no, definitely no for sure. I just felt that like I don't know. I think I played Until Dawn on the wrong hardware. I played it on the base PS4. I don't know if y'all did. I just found the game like really like technically kind of buggy in like a lot of different
Yeah.
places. I don't know. It just
I
wasn't
played
really
it on regular.
I played on base also.
interesting.
I played it
Okay,
on base
man.
also.
I
It's
felt
just
like-
no.
it just
I know.
felt
I get what you're
so-
saying.
Yeah, I don't know. It just didn't feel right.
It looks weird because everything's in engine rather than like actual cutscenes and stuff. So like it's really hard to tell when you're actually playing the game and when something is like predetermined.
I prefer in engine better than
me too.
Same.
One thing. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I was just gonna say, I think I really appreciated Until Dawn. First of all, because it was the first PlayStation exclusive I played when I got my PlayStation, so it was like exciting, you know.
Nice.
But also, I had a huge affinity for like the Telltale games and stuff, and like the Quantic Dream games. Like, what's that game?
Detroit Become
Quantum
Human.
Break.
The game before
Heavy
Detroit,
Rain. Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond Two Souls.
Beyond
Fire.
Two Souls.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm thinking of a different team.
I was really into Beyond Two Souls, and I was really into Heavy Rain games like that. So I feel like this was kind of like, in my opinion, it just felt like a step up from all that stuff. You know what I mean? So just with the same style of gameplay too. You know, I don't know. Maybe that's why I like it so much.
Can we all agree that, like, this is nothing to say? I'm not trying to start no controversy here. This is nothing to say about female characters. But the female characters in that game were portrayed so horribly. Like, I'm sorry, but every female character in that game made me want to just punch them in the mouth. They would come up and they'd be like, they would just say shit that made no sense.
They were very teenage cringe. They're like,
very cringe.
They were so bitchy. Like, all of them were bitchy. Either that or like, oh, what is it?
Was that the Asian chick named Emily?
Yeah, Emily, dude. Emma was horrible.
The girl at the beginning that died right off the bat wasn't a bitch. You know what I'm talking about? You know at the beginning where they like set up that one girl who's like making out with the guy and she like runs off the cliff?
Hannah was like the only actual character.
And they killed her immediately.
Her and her sister
yeah.
Beth was like, "What's wrong with you guys? You are like the worst characters in any story ever." And then they go off and die. And then like but yeah, like Jessica was so no, actually, Jessica, she was okay. It was Ashley. Ashley got on my nerves so bad in that game, dude, because like, dude, she would just be like, "What's going on? What is going on?" And it's like, okay, calm down. Please just calm down so we can figure out what's going on.
In real life, though, like kind of stressful, like
totally.
You think so? I feel like you wouldn't want to yell when there's something chasing you down and you're trying to hide.
I like the scenes where you play as Ashley towards the end of the game, where you're like in the caves and stuff. I thought that was pretty.
Yeah. so that part where it's like Jessica is like screaming for help and it was like rejoin the group or investigate and help Jessica. I was like, yeah, I'm joining the group.
I think you like die immediately if you go investigate, actually. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
That's why I didn't do it.
Yeah, I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that path leads to you almost certainly dying.
I was like, I'll come back to her later, you know, like but like, dude, and it, like I said, it has nothing to do with like female characters because like I love Tomb Raider. Like the new Tomb Raiders are awesome. You know, it's just the way that they wrote those characters were so horrible. Like
you got to look at the movies that game was like inspired by, though.
Female lead characters, and like whenever you're able to change characters, like let's say create a character, I like creating females.
Totally.
Interesting.
I'm with you on that.
But I feel like the male characters had so much more depth. Like Mike, he's like this good-looking dude that you wouldn't expect to be like a nice guy, but like he's a completely like genuine dude. Like by the end of the game, you know what I'm saying?
Like, is he like a jock too?
Yeah, he's like a jock. He genuinely cares about people. He's also afraid, but not over the top afraid. You know, it's like, why did they put so much character depth into the dudes? But they
gave him the basic look of like just a good looking. Like, they did do that well. Yeah. They did that well.
For sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyways, that was my issues with the game.
I like that complaint. That's really unique that you said that.
It is.
I've never heard that.
It is. Yeah, it is. It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. Yeah. And like I feel like maybe like part of it is that like they were trying to go for that kind of like 80s horror teenage type of genre and stuff like that. But like I do feel you on like, hey, if it's bad writing and doesn't work for you, it doesn't work for you, you know, regardless of the context or like what they're trying to go for, you know. So I feel that. Lil Taj has been playing DBZ Cafe.
Not really playing a lot, but last week, whenever we're actually, last week's episode, I actually finished the game. And then this week, coming into it, I've been touching it a little bit, just going through the trophies with a little bit of time that I do have to play in class and doing video stuff. So like I just play it here. But I think this weekend, I should be able to knock it out, get the platinum.
Mm.
And then after that, I have nothing to play. I'll take anything you guys want to tell me to play because I need something to play. Because there's nothing. February, I'm not buying anything. I'm gonna be honest. And then April, that's whenever I'm getting Resident Evil 3 and Minecraft Dungeons. So
Nice.
yeah, I need to wait.
Yeah, February. We gotta
March,
figure
right?
it out. Wait, have you played
No, it's
Bioshock?
April.
Have
I already
you?
played that?
Have you played?
I'm not gonna have none to play February and
Yeah.
Which Bioshocks have you played though?
all of them.
Oh, really?
Bioshock one's the best.
Yeah, I say that because we'll get to it during the episode notes, but they announced PS Plus February for 2020, and Bioshock's and it's a Bioshock PS4 collection.
It's the whole collection.
It's the whole thing. But yeah, so we will definitely touch on that. But I started last night a little game that I've had a lot of people recommend me, to, and was critically acclaimed last year, right? A lot of people named it their game of the year last year. That's Resident Evil 2 Remake. And
boy.
let me tell you guys something. Look,
You struggling.
I definitely
Struggling.
no, I'm definitely not struggling.
It's a hard game.
That's
right.
a brain game.
A little bit. I did have to juke some zombies. Like, I really had to put the Kobe on them. You know what I'm saying? First off, sad we didn't mention it last week, but huge
Oh, yeah.
rest in peace to Kobe. I'm
R.I.P.
sorry. We totally
Yeah,
didn't
for sure.
touch that last week, but huge
I
RIP
think it
to
happened
Kobe.
between last week and this week, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so.
Didn't it?
Yeah,
Wasn't
I
it
think
Sunday
so.
and then we recorded last week on Tuesday and we just didn't bring it up?
No, it was like maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I
I
thought
don't
this
know.
happened.
I'm not
I don't.
Was
Well,
it? But I feel like he died 2 weeks ago now. I don't know why.
regardless, big RIP. Big RIP.
Yeah.
But so I was like, you know what? Let me just wait. I forgot what I was saying. Okay, no, I did have to out juke some zombies, but overall, like I'm having a pretty, tame time with it. And I started it last night, and oof, I came in with like just normal hype levels. Like I knew a lot of people liked it, but I wanted to see for myself. You know what I'm saying? And that intro, that intro.
Oh, at the gas station.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, dude, so
It was beautiful.
tense.
Graphics.
Oh my god,
Oh, the graphics are beautiful.
Bro,
The-
that
Yeah,
game, I kid you not, I think
that RE engine is insane, bro.
I'm gonna be honest with you right now. I think Capcom has the best face character models like out of anybody.
DMC5,
Yeah.
DMC5,
Even the
they look
hair.
insane,
Bro,
bro.
I think they do their even better than Naughty Dog. Like their characters, like their faces, it just looks so
Bro.
oddly realistic. Like I don't know.
It's-
how to explain it.
yeah.
It's the teeth, man. They do teeth
Yes!
better than anybody, dude.
Yes.
You look at Resident Evil 7 where they're like all up in your face. You see their teeth. It's just like perfect. Like they did
Yes.
such good job on their fucking like teeth. I don't know what it is, but this just makes such a big difference.
For me,
Yeah.
I don't even think that like
The hair too.
I don't even think that it's the face the model per se. Obviously, the model looks really really well done, right? And the
Oh,
teeth,
yeah.
like I said, but it's that coupled with I don't know what they do or how they do it, but the way the face animates and moves is something that's
Yes.
they do something with the
like-
animations, bro.
Even like
I don't know what it is.
Totally.
her name is Claire, correct? I don't
Yes.
know.
Yeah,
Claire.
yeah, Claire.
Like, this might sound weird, but like she just looks like a really pretty woman. And like the way she moves around or like different situations, like how she like
Yeah, no, dude,
fixes
I feel
her
you.
lips, like everything. It just feels like I'm looking at like a real person, and like it just looks like a really pretty girl. That's I'm not explaining. It just it's so realistic.
It
I'm
looks
not
good.
No,
explaining.
yeah,
It is
you're
good.
not wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I also like how everything is wet. Like,
that is true.
everything is soaked either
yeah.
in water or blood. Like
Very true.
it's just like
I mean-
ridiculous.
Yeah, so like going into it, this is my first time ever playing Resident Evil. Actually, any Resident Evil.
Any Resident Evil. Oh
yeah,
man, I forgot.
actually
You're-
any. Yeah,
That's kind of
any
crazy.
Resident Evil, and oof, I love like there's so much like tension in like anything you do. Like even when they say, hey, like go to the West Hall, you know what I'm saying? It's like do I want to go in the West Hall right now? You know what I'm saying? Like it is that is a creepy hall. You know what I'm
And
saying?
you have to remember like
Yeah.
everything since it's happening in real time. Whatever you leave, it's still there waiting for you to come. Like
It's
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
everything is still moving around as you're not there. You're there, and I really like that.
Yeah, I mean,
You
so
gotta
far,
save them
I'm-
bullets, man.
Yeah,
That
for
too.
me, I've been stockholding a lot of bullets, haven't been using them. But like, I think I it's just the way this game does like scenery and
very
it's very, very atmospheric, very, very good. Yeah, so far I'm like really blown away. And honestly, right now, I just got instructed by the cop that is in the main hall that unfortunately, spoilers.
Yeah.
Is I'm assuming gonna die here pretty soon. You know what I'm saying?
R.I.P.
But he was
you're
looking
in for a ride. There's so much more to see. You're in for a ride.
Don't
man.
worry.
he was looking at the tapes and was like, "Oh, stoop." I tried not to curse right there. But oh snap.
Yeah.
Oh snap.
Shoot.
That's Claire. You can find her on the second story, like towards like the balcony or whatever. So I have to go to like the second floor of like.
So you're
the
playing
east side.
Leon's story right now? Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude,
I chose to do Leon's
that
first.
cop. Tell me that cop doesn't look so real though.
Oh my god, so
Like-
real, bro. It's weird.
Like,
Even like
he
the
looks like an
sickness in his
actor.
face, you could see it.
Oh yeah.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
it's very, very well done.
Even the skin, how it like changes like its pigment, like it's
It
not
looks more
fully-
pale.
Yeah.
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 After the bite, like it looks hella pale. Yeah, I feel that. Yeah.
I'm excited for you to meet Mr. X, bro. I don't-
Oh,
This
man.
is- oh man.
I've-
Tree.
Bro,
It's
you
such a
think
good
game is
game,
tension
just all
now,
around.
bro. Just wait.
Oof.
Just wait. You're not gonna want to travel at all.
Oh,
whenever
and
you do that.
and even what I noticed. So I started the game like 10 o'clock last night, right? So I turned off all the lights. I was with my friend on Discord. I'm like, dude, if I don't talk for a little bit, I'm playing this game right quick. It's very, very, I wanted to give it the full experience. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
And so during the day, like I wanted to play it, but I'm like, no, I don't have the vibe. Like after this podcast, I'll probably play it. I want to play it at night.
for
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? Definitely,
Right.
like get the whole ambiance going. But
Bro, it's
haven't-
gonna hook you so hard you're gonna have to play
Oh,
it today
I
at some point
I
because it's
know,
so good.
probably.
All four players, I
Like,
streamed the entire thing.
Yeah, I mean, I was trying to stream Uncharted 2, start that, but I'll probably do that tomorrow, hopefully if I have time, but we'll see. So that like Uncharted playthrough, on PlayStation Source, check it out. Playlists are made, all the good stuff. We finished Uncharted 1 on Saturday. We're going on to Uncharted 2 and then 3 and then 4, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll go on to another series. But I figured I'd do that during the daytime, and then have RE2 be my little, my night thing, you know what I'm saying? But I've also been playing Pokemon Sword, right? I'm still going through that. I won't give it a ton of, shine just because this is definitely a PlayStation podcast, you know what I'm saying? But if you go to JoyClick's YouTube channel, you can see a playthrough of me doing my first ever gym battle in my first ever Pokemon game. So you can go check it out.
How'd that go for you?
It was honestly quite interesting. It was a lot. It was cool until it wasn't, and it was like, man, how am I gonna do this? But whether
Oh man.
I unfortunately will not be spoiling if I was victorious or
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You have to go check out that. I think it's a really entertaining watch. You know what I'm saying? Like if I have to promote anything right now, I'm pretty proud how that came out. So definitely check it out, Joy Clicks, and check out the first gym I ever played in a Pokemon game, so you can see that for yourself. Now, that's a begin into the show notes, shall we? To start off, I figure the first episode of February, the first Wednesday of the last Wednesday of every month, PlayStation blog announces the PS Plus games that you'll be getting for free. So I figured that share them on the show as well. So if you are a PlayStation Plus subscriber, you can get your hands on BioShock the Collection, The Sims 4, as well as hopefully this persists throughout the next months of PS Plus as well. But you also get Firewall 0 Hour for PSVR as a bonus game as well. So I think, pretty good month. I mean, BioShock critically acclaimed. My little thing with BioShock that I wanted to save until we got to this segment is that I have tried the first BioShock. I tried it last summer. I was going through a breakup, I just wanted to like fully invest in like a trilogy of games, you know what I'm saying? And I had finished, actually, right after the breakup, I started my Borderlands playthrough. And I played like an insane amount of Borderlands. Huh? What?
I've never finished a Borderlands game.
Oh.
Other than Tales of Borderlands, that game fire. I love it.
Tales of
But
Borderlands
Yeah.
is fire.
best Telltale game. Just gotta say it.
Listen, people have said that, and honestly, after playing through it, I can definitely see it. Reese is
The
an
soundtrack,
incredible character. The
story.
soundtrack it doubles down on. I could talk endlessly about Tales of Borderlands, but
even just the lore of it. Like, if I was a big Borderlands fan, I bet that game is so cool to be like. If I was playing it from a fan standpoint,
oh my god, it's so cool.
Service,
It's great.
I bet that's awesome.
There's so much fan service in there, bro. It's great. No, it's I love Tales of, but I'm a huge Borderlands fan. But I played a very unhealthy amount of Borderlands in like 2 weeks after my breakup.
You should have played Infinite as your breakup game because you could rebound with Emily. You know what I'm saying? Or Elizabeth. I'm sorry. She's a great partner in life.
So let me definitely get to why I haven't experienced Infinite, right? And it's that I played through Borderlands, finished it all. I mean, by all, I mean 1, 2, the pre-sequel, and then the DLC leading into Borderlands 3. Also, Tales from Borderlands in there as well. So I figured, all right, let me try BioShock. I have the collection physically, so I can't really take advantage of this month. But you can definitely add it to your library, even if you have the game, folks. So you can still have it to download at a later date. You know, might as well do that.
Yeah.
But I played the first BioShock. I don't know what it was, man. It was not hitting at that particular time, man. It didn't grab me. I don't know what's going on. This has happened to me twice. Actually, a lot more than that. Excuse me. My bad. The biggest ones are Order 1886 and BioShock 1. I don't know what it was. Those games just didn't click for me. I do want to go back. I will be going back and playing Order 1886 for sure. But BioShock, I feel like down the road I gotta return to, because I know Taj, you said you were a very big fan of the BioShock series.
Yeah, the first game is insanely good, especially just the story. Like, even though your protagonist doesn't speak, is still a great. Like,
you should try Infinite, Kevin.
But first, though,
it's got a kind of a different vibe, and it like the stories all do what?
Infinite has Troy Baker.
Yeah, it's got Troy Baker, and I feel like, the stories are kind of independent of each other. Like, I mean, it's not like it's going to ruin the first 2 games for you if you play Infinite.
Actually, it might.
Infinite could.
I mean, there's a little bit of a twist, but it's not going to, like, ruin the whole Andrew Ryan arc in, you know what I mean, in the first game. You know what I mean? Like,
it does a great fan service if you play the first.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
You'll get more out of it if you've played the first one, at
True,
least.
but you won't. It's not like you'll go back and play the first one and hate it because you played Infinite. You know what I mean? You'll still get into the story of the first one, I feel like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's my opinion, though.
I feel like I'm definitely going to run through the series at some point. Eventually, I'll just, like, whether it's clicking or not, just power through it. You know what I'm saying? And, like, see if it clicks. Because I would like to see it to the end. Because I know BioShock is a very, very important series. And they confirmed that they are in development with a new BioShock as well. So, I want to be up on the... Yeah, it's that is a big gaming trilogy hole in my gameography, if you will. Another big one's in Mass Effect. But I'm waiting for the remasters if they ever come
I've only played Mass Effect Andromeda.
No way.
Really?
Did you like it?
That's
the only one I've ever played.
Everybody says it's the worst one. I liked it okay, but
everyone says it's
I personally
trash.
think the first Mass Effect is the best.
It never connected with me. It was $20, so
I definitely feel that.
I literally did only story stuff. I shot right through it. There was no way I was gonna dig into all the lore and the mechanics behind all the upgrading. I wasn't feeling it.
And then,
yeah, the first Mass Effect is the best one for sure.
A lot of people.
I gotta say before we get off of this though, fucking Firewall 0 Hour is one of the best games ever, dude. Like, as far as VR goes, like, it is like VR Rainbow Six. It's so good, dude.
100%.
Like, I'm hyped that they're giving it away.
Yeah, no. What's up, good?
For the Plus, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, and I think honestly, and just a quickly, yeah, there is 3. I mean, technically, if you want to count the trilogy, there's 5 technically.
Yeah,
but
true.
Yeah, there's.
Oh, sorry, 5. Did I just skip the line there for a second? My bad. I thought we announced them all.
Oh, the last one, I don't think I mentioned it. Oh my God, Sims 4. If y'all like Sims
4.
I haven't played Sims since Sims 2 Pets. Ever since I like the screen behind where I can control it. Like, they need to make Sims like that again. Until then,
my problem with the Sims 4 is, like, you can tell they made it for PC, like, or computer, like mouse and keyboard kind of style. Because, like, when you're trying to play with like a gamepad or a DualShock 4 or whatever, it's just like impossible to fucking, like, you got to navigate your little cursor and shit. It just doesn't feel right, you know.
Interesting. And I've never played The Sims, never been interested in The Sims, probably won't touch it. But if y'all want to play Sims, by all means. But the one
Oh, it's,
Oh wait, what was I gonna say?
I actually did not know Sims 4 was free.
Yeah, on
yeah.
on PS Plus. Yeah.
I looked at the games too. I don't think it clicked that Sims 4 was on there. I'm not gonna play it though, but you know.
Yeah. But to comment on the PSVR game being added to this month, I really hope that they keep this up, because I think overall, like, I feel like, not a large portion, but I feel like there was a decent amount of people that saw how many Vita games they were getting off of PS Plus and were inspired to buy a Vita to take advantage of these games that they had on their library or download list. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So I hope that if they keep up with these VR games, you know what I'm saying, giving them out every month on PS Plus, or maybe like every other month, because I guess, there's the PSVR game list is definitely smaller than the traditional PS4 games list, obviously, So I feel like maybe if they went even every other month, I think that could be a W. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like
they were doing it for a while. They gave out Rush of Blood for at one point, and some other game that was really cool on VR. But I can't remember what. But for like just a few months back, like maybe a half a year ago, they did that. They did like 3 months in a row where they gave you a VR game. I'm hoping they start it up again. That'd be cool.
Same. I just hope they keep up with it. I agree. I just really hope they do. But the last thing to mention, that was kind of weird leading up to them announcing the games this month, was that I'm trying to remember which one it was. I think it was the PlayStation Espanol Twitter account. They tweeted a tease for this month's PS Plus games before they were announced officially, and they tweeted out Crash Bandicoot. So a lot of people were like, "Man, are we getting the Crash remasters for PS Plus?" And that's what I was expecting, because if you had the Spanish PlayStation account tweeting out that the main tease that they want to give for the games being announced the next day, and then put Crash Bandicoot, that's what I was assuming as well. But it ended up not being it. So maybe in the future we might see the Crash Bandicoot Insane trilogy make the PS Plus, but
or Crash Team Racing. Either one would be cool.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, since they did, it was for that one specifically. It was for Crash Remastered, right?
Yeah.
The trilogy. So it's probably, I bet it's like next month or something. They probably just some dude messed up,
Yeah, that'd be really nice, but nonetheless, definitely redeem those PS Plus games if you guys have not. And I believe by the time the public hears this podcast, I think it might be I think it might be over. They can't get January's games. So if you missed out on that, well, you had a whole month. So
wow.
Hate to see it. Next up here, Sony. This one's actually happened today, but I bumped it up on the topic list. You know what I'm saying? Just give it a little space. But Sony shut down a studio in Manchester. Excuse me. Right. Today, and they do, I believe, have a quote here. So it looks like
they haven't even dropped a game yet, right?
Yeah, they did not drop a game yet. And it was supposed to be a virtual reality studio that's supposed to develop games for PSVR. So I'm gonna read a little bit of a Push Squares article, just like 2 sentences, and then we'll go into how we feel about it. So the virtual reality developer was formed in 2015 and was working on an unannounced project, but the Japanese giant has decided to call on the team to, quote, as part of our efforts to improve efficiency and operational effectiveness, unquote. According to Games Industry Biz, the entire group has been made redundant. So you can, of course, follow that link in the description. I mean,
only thing I want to speak on,
I have thoughts on this, but go ahead. Yeah, definitely.
I think that honestly, with them closing this down, if you really think about it, that's the only studio that was dedicated for PlayStation VR. That could have been something that could have helped sell it, especially if they might do a sequel here in the future for it. Which
you got London Studios too.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But also, this is the only thing. I really don't care that the studio got closed, but as long as the people who are working there, got another job somewhere.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And first and foremost, well wishes and positive thoughts to those affected by this closure. Obviously, watching studios close isn't ever fun. So
right, especially definitely. Telltale. That was the worst.
Telltale.
Oh, yeah.
That's what really opened my eyes to it was Telltale. That was crazy.
That one hurt. If you
that
guys,
was heartbreaking.
Complete side note: if you guys want more of the context of that one, NoClip did a fantastic documentary about the Telltale team, like after they closed down and stuff like that. Just
I'd
to
love
plug
to
that.
watch that.
I'll look it up.
It's
No
so
Clip
good.
is his name?
No Clip is a channel. They do game documentaries. They're great. They're great.
I'm gonna check.
Daniel Dwyer, a real homie. The Irish cream, as kind of funny you would say. But this to me is a little bit concerning, right? Because we've gone on the record and heard, higher executives of PlayStation in the past tout, and specifically, I believe it was Shuhei Yoshida, who at the time was the president of Worldwide Studios, but now is leading up the indie initiative at PlayStation, and that's where he's at right now. But he's gone on record to say that they viewed PSVR as a new platform and not as like an accessory to the PlayStation 4. Like they don't view it as like the Move wands. Like they view PSVR as its own platform, just like a new console launch or a new handheld launch. You know what I'm saying? Right. They saw it as that, right? And they doubled down on that by opening up the studio, right? So what it means that now that they're closed down, I don't know if that is the new heads at PlayStation, like with Jim Ryan, and oh my gosh, the gentleman that I always forget his name that was at Guerrilla Games before, Herman Holst. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like I don't know if it's them two, like sidestepping from PSVR, or what. I don't know.
I think maybe this is more of a reflection on the game studio itself, because if you look at London studios, since the time frame when we said that this game studio opened, and now London Studios has dropped 2 basically full VR games in VR Worlds and Blood and Truth.
Yeah.
Then we also have Supermassive Games, who's not even a first party PlayStation studio.
Yeah.
And they've dropped 2 PlayStation VR games since then. They've dropped Rush of Blood, and they've dropped The Inpatient. So I mean, you got Media Molecule, who's been working on Dream since then, which granted hasn't come out yet, but we've been getting steady updates and stuff.
Isn't
I just
Iron Man
feel
about
like
to come out soon
maybe
as well?
Yep.
Do what?
Iron Man VR is about to come out soon.
Oh yeah, for sure.
remember.
I just feel like maybe
Pretty
these
cool
people
first
aren't
person.
putting enough shit out, and they just got cut because of that. Maybe they're not like, we haven't heard or seen anything from it.
I'll be
like
honest, I didn't even know the studio was a thing until I saw the article.
exactly.
Yeah, same.
I knew about them. They just have been really quiet, and I kind of forgot about them. And even to comment on that as well, like Insomniac has a VR division as well. Guerrilla Games is a VR division. So this, this
Oh, if you think about it, so like Insomniac's games, they're not gonna be making anything for it. Like the what's that other VR called? Don't mess this up, Taj.
Oculus Rift.
Yes, that they're not gonna be doing stuff for them anymore, right? If you think about it.
Yeah.
Who's Sony?
Yeah.
No, 100%.
I don't think they have been. They've kind of been like doing their own thing. That's how Sony has so many good VR exclusives. I mean, like that's kind of one of the big selling points for Sony in the VR market is that like when it comes to
Insomniac
games.
has yet to make I don't think they've made a VR game for PlayStation yet. It's always
No,
been
but I wouldn't put it past them. I bet that would be dope.
Yeah,
if they
that'd
did.
be cool.
I bet it's
Can you
definitely
imagine a
coming.
Spider-Man? Ooh, that'd be sick.
I mean, yeah, so like I guess when they say, as part of our efforts to improve efficiency and operational effectiveness, maybe they saw that the studio wasn't making a lot of substantial progress in this, or maybe there were just, issues with game development overall. Games get into development crisis, like it just happens, you know what I'm saying? That coupled with that, well, we have a lot of our first party that are very affluent with VR, and like they have done a lot of successful VR projects like London Studio, like the Guerrilla Games VR division, like Insomniac, etc. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they were like, okay, like, we don't necessarily need like a dedicated, a dedicated team, to VR. But
Yeah.
I digress. If you heard that FaceTime call, I apologize.
We didn't.
I was like, shut up, phone, damn. But
I didn't hear anything.
We
Okay,
should
good.
add a section, not to just say this right in the middle, but we should talk about themes, like PlayStation themes. Oh,
Dude,
no, I'm,
Oh,
really into themes.
I'm with it.
You
I
know
like.
what? Okay.
I'm all about the dynamic.
we're gonna
themes,
take
you know
like
what I'm
we're gonna take a 2-minute break, dude, because like, bro, I was just looking at themes last night. What the hell? That is
Bro,
such
theme-
weird timing, bro.
Like Death Stranding, good game to play once. I'll probably never touch it again, but I did like it. The Death Stranding theme, I just put it back on. It is so good. The music is fire. Like I have a lot of themes.
I mean, same.
I have this
yeah,
theme with
same.
a cat sitting on a tree, and there's just like this majestic music playing, and like you just see the cat's like silhouette and his tail's going crazy.
I just
Like I feel like everybody's just rocking the Ellie theme right now, but like there's so many themes that are out there. Like you guys have got to start pre-ordering games on the store if you haven't already, which most people do. You get like these are like the best way to get themes. Obviously pre-ordering games, but there's some really cheap like $2 themes that are fire on the store.
yeah.
Bro, there's some free ones that are fire if you just look. Like
That
they
too.
have some good ones.
I just always rock the like traditional blue wave. You know, that,
No.
like, classic. That's what
Oh,
I
you're
always
getting
do.
classic
That is
with
so-
it.
No,
boring.
not the like default one. It's one called on the dual section of the themes.
I know what you're talking
It's like
I
a
still
black
can't-
and blue one. Yeah, I like it.
Can we take
I
a
just don't like-
second to mention the profile pictures? And mine is a turtle for some reason.
Nice.
Yo, you got
No, but
From
there.
Sly and Cooper, right? From Sly Cooper.
I don't
turtle
know.
with
It's
the
just
glasses?
really no. It's like a really like obscure looking realistic turtle
What
that
the
I just
flip?
chose from one of the Avatar pics.
What IP is that? I don't even know. Mine is the homie
No.
Cole McGrath forever. The
Nice.
homie.
Infamous 2.
Oh yes,
You have
absolutely.
you have the Infamous 2 icon, right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm using. You already know what I'm using. Ellie,
I already know.
angry.
Fire.
You know what I'm saying?
Fire.
Yeah.
I got the cat from Persona 5 as my icon. So.
They
Was I
They-
the only one? Like, I love the grunge theme for The Last of Us Part 2, like that theme they dropped on Outbreak Day. But like, there's just something about it that it doesn't make me want to use it a lot.
I feel that. I feel that. They should be terrified of you, Ellie. They should be terrified.
Yeah, that's gonna be the main score of the game. Though, grunge theme is fire, and I'm telling you right now, that's gonna be the main score of the game. I know it is. It is.
Next up, some really, really big breaking news that happened. Around the same time, we got the announcement of the Manchester studio closing. Rockstar Games co-founder, right, Dan Houser, is leaving Rockstar after 22
What?
years of being
Whoa.
I didn't see this.
there. Are you serious?
That's some news.
Yeah,
This,
wow.
this just came out today.
Man.
This
This
news just came out
dropped like
today.
a few hours ago. Some
Oh,
breaking
that's
news.
why.
So I'll read you a little quote that they posted here. They say here, quote, "We are extremely grateful for his contribution." Oh, sorry. This is Rockstar PR talking. This is their statement. That
Yeah, of course.
we are extremely grateful for his contributions. Rockstar Games has built some of the most critically acclaimed and commercially successful game worlds, a global community of passionate fans, and an incredibly talented team, which remains focused on current and future projects. So I have a few theories about this, right? One of them is that there were some rumors a few days ago, / I think maybe like a week or two ago, that Take-Two, their publishing, I believe, company, or like their head company of Rockstar, Take-Two, was giving a little bit of like pressure on Rockstar as a studio to pump out more games, you know, because
Fools.
because they did GTA 5 back in 2013, and then Red Dead 2 came out in 2018, right? 2018. Yeah, 2018. So, which, I mean, to me, I think is a bit idiotic, if I may.
Yeah, if
right?
your last two games are
They've
Grand Theft
made
Auto
so
5
much
and Red
money.
Dead Redemption 2, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want.
Literally.
dude. Like, I'm sorry.
And like the previous GTAs didn't used to sell, like no other game that they've ever developed has sold like GTA 5. And it's because they took the time to double down on the project and make this insanely good game that is GTA 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's been on the top 10 list like every month since it's come out.
Literally.
Right.
You know? So like I just don't understand how like you're a higher exec at Take-Two and like see how much money GTA Online garners every single month. You
If
know?
you think about it though, if they're seeing how much money that these games are making, they're probably like, man, why don't we push them? Bro, money. People are greedy. It's gonna drive you.
It's true.
I definitely
but
understand
do-
it.
Yeah.
It's just
But they
unfortunate.
don't realize that the reason the games are making that much is because of the time they took on it. It's not because they put out, like, if they were to pull a Assassin's Creed and put out a game every year, I guarantee you people would burn out on Grand Theft Auto
Yeah,
so
for
quick.
sure.
100%.
You got some greedy executive sitting in an office like, oh, I have one Grand Theft Auto 5 when we could have two. You know, like.
Honestly, I feel like him walking away is really, I think it's gonna hurt the company because like Dan Houser, bro, like he wrote like every GTA.
Yeah.
He wrote Bully. He did all the Red Deads. He did LA Noire. Like
He is Rockstar.
Yeah, he did Midnight Club, Los Angeles. That is, he did Smuggler's Run. I don't know if you remember that.
Yeah,
Wow,
dude.
yeah.
Like he did all that. Like,
Did he do
Classic.
Warriors? Did they help with Warriors?
I'm not sure on that.
I mean,
That's
he
Dude, 'cause
co-founded
that
the
was a
studio.
classic.
Yeah, I mean, he was a co-founder of Rockstar. So, yeah, I think that's definitely, you know, some and that's why I bring up the pressure from Take-Two, because I feel like that could be a part of why he left. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it was because, you know, maybe he wants to leave Rockstar on like a, you know, high note. They're about to move to
Maybe he
next
probably
gen.
retired.
Yeah. I mean, by what we all know, maybe he really just retired. But I feel like the coupling of hearing those rumors about Take-Two and this announcement just seems like they could be related. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I'm not saying they are, but I feel like I could definitely see them
Has
being related
he-
in some way. You know,
He hasn't released any statements or anything.
I don't believe so. I don't believe there was anything on his
We know
Twitter.
he's out in March. March
Yeah.
is when he's officially gone.
Yeah, he
Honestly,
hasn't
I
even
just
left
wonder what
yet.
this is gonna mean for the future, like their games. Like, I really want to. Like, I think, bro, I feel like we're gonna see a drop off. Like, I feel
Oh,
like,
dude, I'm scared now.
Yeah, me
GTA
too.
6 might suck.
I mean,
Yeah.
hey,
but
if
apparently the scripts for that were already finished, though. Apparently.
Okay.
Apparently,
I hope so, God.
because like
Yeah,
but with-
they did the Red Dead 2 scripts 2 years after Red Dead 1 came out, apparently. So
But see, my thing is like, yeah, the scripts might be written and stuff, but I imagine his influence over the
Yeah.
design and stuff is important as well, you know, and like which way they take it when it comes to the like, oh, you know, the humor and things like that, like
Yeah.
the way it's animated and stuff, you know, I don't
I
know.
would say that about Red Dead 2. I feel like it's not as humorous as GTA is. I feel like it's more serious.
Yeah.
100%,
sure.
100%,
Yeah.
100%.
Or I gotta
Of
play that
course.
game. Fire.
It's still got its little charming, funny moments, though. You know, like
It does have, but it's definitely more of like an emotional experience as opposed to like GTA. You know,
totally.
Yeah.
definitely.
Mhm.
Anyone here still play PUBG?
Bro, 1 second.
Sorry,
Not
man.
really.
Well, it's too late now, but I was gonna say, like, we got an emotional GTA game, that'll be pretty lit. Like, I don't know how they make that work, but that'd be dope.
Dude, that would be really
like,
cool.
Totally.
Oh yeah.
It would be.
They just make the Last of Us version of Grand Theft Auto, like a guy with. Well, I guess that's GTA 5 was about a guy and his son. It just didn't come out the way.
Their problems were comedic. His family problems were funny as hell, though.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I need a beat
This is
GTA
awesome.
5 story.
I haven't
Oh,
played
such
it
It's
a good
amazing.
story.
forever.
I'll
I haven't played it since 2013, I think.
I'll
Same. I beat it
I'll
on
do it
360.
eventually. I'll like
I
definitely.
bet
do
if I played it
eventually.
again, I think like I probably get the narrative better now that I'm older.
Oh yeah, 100%, 100%.
Yeah.
I know me from time to time. I'll like dabble in the online just with like one night, few friends.
Oh,
you
I
know,
used to love online. I used
online's
to play
really
so
fun.
much.
Online's really fun. But
OG GTA Online was goated, better
Mm.
than whatever it is now. I think.
is PUBG worthy of that goated title that you
I
claim,
have it on
Tosh?
PC, but I don't really play it.
Yeah, I tried.
I don't think anybody's playing it anymore, huh? Like,
I mean,
People
there's
are playing it, but
I just feel like the console crowd is definitely not playing PUBG. That's definitely a
No.
PC, you know,
Yeah.
hardcore. But you know, nonetheless, if you are a PUBG player on PS4, I tried the PS4 version, thought it was very, very clanky, did not like it. But
so buggy,
That's
dude.
every
yeah.
version of PUBG.
it's a fair
Yeah,
point.
it's
it's good.
It is a fair
For me.
point. But they are rolling out Season 6. They just announced a few things that they're bringing a new 64-player map. So I know they have different maps for different size player counts. They're adding a new really, really big map to PUBG. They're adding nukes, and apparently it's out right now on PS4. It's kind of similar to actually another game that I played recently called Darwin Project. I guess there's one person that has like a director type of role where you can select which part of the map is going to get nuked and stuff like that. So pretty cool stuff. You know, I just forgot to just throw it in there. Also, they have a new battle pass, which offers new cosmetic loot and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So the usual kind of battle royale updates that we've seen with other games. So I just
Yeah,
figured
the only thing with PUBG, I see the game's so buggy that I can't imagine a nuke going off. Like people's like PlayStations are gonna explode like
Yo.
while they're playing.
Damn. Straight up, it's gonna be Fallout. I swear. But,
I've
know.
never played a Fallout game and enjoyed it.
me neither. Actually, fun
It
story.
is so
Fallout.
dog.
Fallout 76 was supposed to be my first Fallout
That was my
game. but
first.
Oh
Yeah.
God, you
Wow.
picked a bad one.
Yeah,
I
dude.
I tried
definitely
forcing
did.
it into it, but I thought 76 would be the one because I love co-op games. I'm like, yo, this is the one. I played it night one, never got on it again. I was like, yeah.
That
Now
one
play
ain't it.
Fallout 3
Yeah.
or New Vegas. One of those two, and you'll enjoy it.
Someday. I'm not sure.
See, Jamal doesn't like the Elder Scrolls games. You know, Jamal won't play the like Oblivion or Skyrim, but he loves the Fallout series. You know what I mean? So it might be like the opposite. I don't know if you guys play like Skyrim or anything.
I have not, unfortunately.
Oh man.
Unfortunately.
Oh man, am I the only one who likes the Bethesda open world games in this
Maybe.
bitch?
Bro, Bethesda, bro, when I got my eyes on Bethesda, they were going down the shitter already. So
Ooh, hey, y'all wait. It's gonna be another story when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, dude.
Or Star,
My-
whatever.
Or yeah, Starfield. Ooh.
My eyes on Bethesda are they're like creeping on Starfield. I'm like, all right, I love sci-fi, so okay, I like that. But my main pull of Bethesda is definitely the Wolfenstein series and the Wolfenstein games. Also Doom now.
the
But
only one I played was that that co-op Wolfenstein called Youngblood. I
oh,
like
Youngblood.
That game got
I like
ate
that's
up by the
yikes.
critics, though.
Yeah,
I still
I
want to
enjoyed
play it. It looked fun to me. I don't know.
I mean, I'd say
Wolfenstein.
I'd say play it because there's like a lot of like lore and story in the Wolfenstein current series that they're doing that you kind of need Youngblood. There's a lot of important stuff in there, so I guess play it if you're invested in the Wolfenstein story as a whole. But I didn't particularly enjoy it. You know,
New Colossus was dope, dude.
Was that 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
two,
yeah.
two was
Two was really
absolute
good.
fire.
That was
I
dope.
beat that game on hard mode, dude. I went in
Oh,
there
bro, good luck.
like expecting a challenge,
Shoot.
dude. It took me like 2 hours to beat the final boss, bro.
Oh, I bet.
It was so hard. I was about to give up.
That game's pretty hard on normal mode. Shit, like
Speaking of hard, do you think it'd be hard for EA to release the Mass Effect trilogy through March 2021? That was a horrible
Why do they
segue.
have to do that?
But there are reports coming out that EA will be releasing 4 major games through March 2021. But people think that one of those games is a Mass Effect trilogy remaster, right? So we do know that March 2021, we're, I think, going to get a Battlefield within that time frame. I'm trying to remember. They're not coming out in fall 2020, but I think they may be coming out in Q1 of 2021, I think. But that could be very wrong, you know. So we don't really know what these 4 major games are, but they're supposed to be coming out between now and next year, essentially. Next March.
interesting.
You know?
We know Respawn's working on that Medal of Honor VR game. They're EA, right? Like an EA subsidiary, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Respawn's under the
I don't know if that counts as a major game, but you know.
Yeah. There's
And they got a Star Wars game coming. They've already announced
Oh
that.
yeah,
for
they're doing
sure.
another for sure.
they do.
They
I
announced
think
a
they
new
said
one?
they got. Well, they didn't announce it. They didn't reveal it, but they said that there's 2 EA Star Wars games in the works right now.
And they said that before Fallen Order came out.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
it was like that was one of them for sure.
I assume one is Battlefield 3 maybe, but Battlefront 3. But
Oh,
that would
yeah.
make sense actually.
yeah.
That would be upsetting for me, but sure, I'll take it.
I know people hate.
I liked them. I like the Battlefront
Dude,
games.
I love the Battlefront gameplay, bro. That's all. And like maybe I may be
Yeah,
biased
me
because
too.
I love Star Wars, but like, bro, I just think those games are so fun. But that's just
I like
I mean,
the
they're-
hero versus
I
villain
just see it
battles where
as,
you got lightsaber
Battlefield.
fighting.
Look, they're fun, but do we need a Battlefront 3? Like Battlefront 2 would just be Battlefront 3. Like there's no difference. Like there's no need for it. You
I
know?
do kind of agree. I don't feel like
Resell it
there's
for
enough of a difference
$65.
between the first and second Battlefield games to where I'm like, okay, I needed this. You know what I mean? Like,
solid point.
Right.
A lot of solid points. I'm sorry,
Just give
Taj,
us the KOTOR.
what- Taj, what were you trying to say?
I was gonna say that I feel like is that whole like Battlefront thing. I feel like it was just a cash grab because it's literally. I kid you not. When I see that game, I just think it looks like Battlefield with Star Wars.
It is.
I mean, it is.
But-
It is.
It absolutely
I mean,
is.
it is, but like,
But I think that's what a lot of people wanted. You know, like
it's Star Wars. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the
Yeah, I respect it. I definitely respect it.
Yeah, I love it. But also one thing they said here, you know, about next gen was that EA was during the investors call, you know, they said a few interesting things about PS5 that I'd like to just bring to y'all's attention. They said, quote, the power of the new consoles, and yes, he said consoles is, that's not just me being illiterate, all right? This is me reading the quote. Quote, the power of the new consoles is going to be substantially greater than existing consoles. We can do a lot more with PS5 and Xbox Series X. Things we're doing will blow people's minds.
I sure hope so. I mean, I want my mind blown if there's a new console coming out. Like, real talk. Like,
I think that's just hype. I don't think it's gonna be like there's nothing that they're gonna put out like launch that's gonna be like, dude, I've never seen this before.
Yeah, we might have to start getting into that next year or the 2 years after. Probably.
Yeah.
I think we are going to see
we're
more
gonna be shocked,
interactive
but,
worlds
like,
and stuff. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
I'm still sure we're gonna be like shocked by it, but I'm pretty sure like we have no idea what we're truly gonna see until like 2022.
Yeah, years into the new cycle.
Totally.
Like, I mean, like think about like
This console
PC.
cycle.
Yeah, but think about PC gaming right now. I mean, there's nothing that they can do with these consoles that we haven't already seen on PC. There's just
The
nothing.
thing is, though, I feel like the
True.
PC games. I feel like they like since they're I feel like the games are made for consoles, then they're ported to PC. Like I don't think a game has truly been made to use the PC's power. I don't think
Only
Unless
a
it's
few,
like a
like,
PC
like,
exclusive.
You're crazy.
Yeah,
like
but
unless it's like a PC
I've never
exclusive.
heard of really many PC exclusives.
Like
though,
Star
so-
Citizen is pretty much it. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, I
right.
can't think of a
Or
single.
like that Tarkov game or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
There's like a
Gamers,
bunch of games
I mean,
that are.
You could be the master race, but you're still held back by us peasants. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
Damn.
Look, and I'm not PC Master Race. I'm saying that there's nothing that can be done on this new console that
Right.
that hasn't already been done on PC. That power wise, that's all I'm saying.
But for us, like I have a PC, so I could experience if I want to. But like I just like consoles, so that's
Me
why.
too. Me
But
too.
at the same time, for people who's never touched a PC, they're about to open up a whole new world.
That's true. To people who are ignorant to the power of a PC,
Yes.
yes. But I'm saying like, what are they? They're gonna lower, loading times.
Mhm.
Cool. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, I'm
But that's not mind blowing. That's not like, oh my god, I've never heard of this.
I just
You know?
want to see how much.
I think what's gonna.
I just want to
sorry.
see. Oh my bad. Yeah, I just want to see like they have this SSD that has all this loading and everything. I just want to see how much they could jam pack into one
Yeah.
area. That's
Mhm.
what I wanna
Actually,
see, yeah.
damn.
I think so too. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
y'all are kind of creeping into the question of the show I had, but nonetheless.
Oh.
It's
Oh,
all
my
good.
bad.
Oh no,
I was
no,
gonna
we
say
can totally
though,
explain
like
it,
if
it's
they
fine.
throw ray tracing in there, then sure. Like if we start to see some ray tracing,
We're gonna see some
Ray
ray
tracing's
tracing.
confirmed in
I mean,
PS5,
that's
yeah, it is.
confirmed.
It
Yeah,
is.
on both consoles, PS5 and.
I feel
Xbox.
like that might be mind blowing to some people, but
Yeah.
like only for games that like only on like specific things.
Ratchet and Clank PS5. Yo.
Yeah. Oh
That's
shit,
gonna be,
dude.
bro, that's gonna, we thought PS4 was a Pixar movie, bro. PS5 is really gonna look like a CGI movie. Like,
Yeah, as long as it doesn't affect the frame rate, that's gonna be like like if the frame rate doesn't drop when they try to do it,
do you think they should shoot for 60 or 30? What do you think?
60.
60.
they should shoot for 60. But if they're doing ray tracing, there's no way
I know.
they're gonna get
That's why I'm
a
kind
full
of
60
'cause,
frames.
like-
Some games are gonna use. I'm pretty sure some games are still gonna find a way to be 30 just because they're using ray tracing.
because dude,
They
I
should
mean,
just
look,
uncap the frame rate altogether and just let them.
But
Like
in
I think.
console gaming, I cut you off too many times now. You go.
No, you're good. I was just saying.
You guys are
I feel like with console game, like I don't want to say we're just ignorant, but like unless you're hardcore, you really don't. You're not gonna see here and see that your frames are dropping or you have this many frames. Like the average person doesn't really know. So like I feel like they're just gonna focus on graphics again.
yeah,
like-
that's the issue. It's like just
Or they'll give you the choice.
yeah, the general consensus is that like people like definitely look for more visuals as opposed to like people like me, and I feel like mostly people here as well on this panel,
Yeah.
right? I feel like we all like definitely value frame rate more because like it like directly ties to how the game feels on the sticks. You know what I'm saying?
That
How
I
smooth.
think
Yeah.
I mostly value frame rate from like the entertainment of my viewers when I'm streaming.
100%.
Like
Yeah.
that's like y'all might think I'm crazy, but I like playing in resolution. But since I started YouTube, I stream, I make videos for the eyes of the viewers. Since they can't see it anyways, I do frame rate, which also opened me up to see like, damn, this stuff really does feel different.
It does.
It matters.
It's night and day.
Especially
100%.
with like first person shooters and stuff
yeah.
like that, you gotta
Oh,
have
yeah.
a good frame rate, a steady frame rate.
True, but
Absolutely.
graphics are still important. I mean, we can't just like
Oh no, absolutely.
like when you're playing that new God of War game and like everything's just so beautiful. It's
Resolution
like
mode, God of War is top tier.
All I know is that like while I was playing that, the whole time I was thinking this is the future of graphics right here. Like while the whole game I was just thinking like, damn, this is like next gen shit right here. Like this is fucking really high top tier, graphics. Like, and I thought that the whole game, best graphics probably to date that I've ever played a game with. You know what I mean? Like it looked so good. And I was on the OG PS4.
Because when I was playing Detroit, I was like, "This is the prettiest." Like I thought Detroit
looks insane.
realistic.
Ooh, Detroit looked real good. Yeah,
I'm just ready to play this last one too, bro.
But then, like, of course, when you get into like the weeds of that, of that conversation, like God of War has to do a lot more intensively as opposed to like Detroit Become Human, which is I feel like a less demanding game to run simply. Not trying to belittle Detroit Become Human, but like the gameplay of God of War and all of the different systems in that game require a lot more out of the PS4 than Detroit Become Human.
It's also like that. Yeah. It's like a smaller level, so they could jam like pack
more
stuff.
They can make it look really, really well done. Yeah, right. Absolutely. But one thing that's being, held back as well as PC, and how PC gets held back by consoles. Again, horrible segue this week. The Taipei Game Show was called off following the coronavirus outbreak. And, I was keeping my eye on this a few weeks ago because when I peeped this game show a few weeks ago, I was looking into it. Naughty Dog was supposed to be there, and they were supposed to show a trailer. And now that it's not going down,
who knows if we're going to get that trailer? I
know.
They should just drop the trailer.
Maybe.
What, Tajae?
If they were going to be at Taipei for sure, well, it was confirmed. But I'm saying, like, if their presence was going to be public, I feel like they should still find a way to drop it.
That's what I'm saying.
They already had a schedule to drop, and I mean, they have to find a way. Like, they might as well release it. But if it was, let's say, private, like let's say it was there, but it was not for the public, then that's gonna suck because now we're not gonna know that. Like,
controversial here. I'm just saying. We don't know if Naughty Dog let this thing loose so they didn't have to show up for that trailer.
They're behind the coronavirus.
Wow. Wait, that's a theory.
Are you guys patient? Do you guys feel patient?
No.
Yeah, I'm patient.
No.
Just in general or like about Last of Us?
For Last of Us 2, I've been very patient up until like over Christmas break. I had like a dream about the game. And that dream stuck with me. I get into it. Not like even though I make content on the game, I never like. I feel like I was feeding others people patience. Now making content for it drives me insane because it hurts that I have to look at it so much, knowing that I'm impatient for it now. Like I used to always be real chill, like oh it's fine, like it's coming, like just relax. Now I'm like, bro.
Bro, I think that delay made it hurt like 10 times more because it's like now that we know it's gonna be another couple months, it's like
February right now, bro. You know how hype things would have been right now?
Oh, bro,
it would have been crazy.
20 days.
It would have been crazy, bro. I was gonna have Last of Us Part 2 4 days before my birthday. Like, are you kidding me, bro? Are you kidding me?
Now your birthday's gonna suck.
It is. It's gonna be absolutely trash.
Plus, the reason why I was kind of upset, like thinking about it right now, like I wish it would still come out February because I'm in my own apartment, my own mindset. I could do like my own mindset. When I have the game and I play it, I'm gonna be at my parents' house. And like right now, there's nothing wrong. Like I have my own room and stuff there, but right now my brother's there, so like I kind of like have to skip and dodge how like I create content. Like I don't have my own 100% space. That's why it sucks. I have to figure that out when I get back.
That's crazy.
For sure.
We will definitely get to that. But Sony was doing a little forward work and was handing out surveys via email on some questionnaire things about remote play and the future of it on the PS5 era. And I made a video about this separately on PlayStation Source. Make sure to go check that out. I went into a lot more detail on like my thoughts on each of these, but essentially they brought up things like being able to have PS1 and PS2 games via remote play, to somehow have functionality to do offline remote play, which I had a lot of questions about. There was even a question on the questionnaire about wanting a smaller, more portable DualShock to incite you and entice you to remote play on devices more frequently on the go than you currently do, right? To have a controller dedicated to it. would kind of like mimic like a Wii U esque type of format, like the controller, of that standpoint, and just a bunch of other things involving remote play. So I just thought it was also, oh my god, I forgot the biggest one. There was even a question about bringing remote play to the Switch and to the Apple TV and stuff like that. But most importantly, the Switch, which, if you guys have any thoughts on that, feel free.
That would be interesting. I think the most interesting thing about that is the portable DualShock controller. I would love to have just a tiny DualShock in my car that I could take with me everywhere.
Absolutely. I can see myself getting that from it because I have a backpack that if I'm like going anywhere for like a long period of time, I always bring that backpack. It has my laptop in there. It has every single charger I could ever need in there. It even has a Switch dock in case I bring my Switch and I want to dock it up somewhere and play with people. Yeah, like I keep a lot of things in there. I have hard drives in there. I have that backpack is like my savior. So I would 100% add a DualShock to that. Oh, 100%.
Oh yeah.
In a heartbeat.
Call it the smash bag. Is that what you call it? Because I imagine we got that Switch, bro, just ready to pull it out.
I call it the
smash
bag,
anyone.
You know what I'm saying? It's a smashing time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So I don't know. Just interesting to see like what they're kind of pondering in terms of the future of remote play, and I'm curious about where PS Now fits into all that. But I just figured they were just curious to bring up.
It's pretty interesting for sure.
Mm-hmm. Did y'all play Jedi Fallen Order this holiday?
Oh man,
indeed.
Did I play Jedi Fallen Order?
Yo, I love it. I'm not even a Star Wars kid.
I love it. Everyone here loves it, and looks like the overall public loved it as well as the publisher, of course. Being EA and the devs being Respawn Entertainment. They were saying that the game has sold around 6 to 8 million units as of this recording, and it looks like they are expected to hit 10 million units sold by March 31st. So definitely looks like it was a very big success, which I'm a fan of because I thought the game
hope
was
that
great.
means we get a sequel.
This should make you put things into scale here. This is a multi-plat. Now, if this is think about it. PlayStation been doing this with one console.
Dude,
that's crazy
wow.
if you think about it.
That is pretty crazy. And this is considered a huge success too. Like,
that's what I'm saying. If you put that into you scale that, bro.
Now, I just want EA to look at these numbers, understand that, all right, there is a crowd for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, while Battlefront is cool, you know what I'm saying? Some people don't like Battlefront. That's not here or there.
I don't think that they're not in it to create the greatest games.
Unfortunately.
They just publish at the same time. It's the same,
right. But I mean, because this game, right, was overall a success.
And don't forget, A Way Out did really good for them too.
That is true. But
that was an indie title, fire.
That's true. But
I'm gonna tell you something though about nothing against Jedi Fallen Order. I loved it. I absolutely loved it. But there was still something about it to me that didn't ring true of it's like, oh, this is a game that is, KOTOR level Star Wars. Like, it was really good. Don't get me wrong. It was a good action game. It was a good fighting game, and it got Brent into other From Software type games. But something about it just didn't feel all the way there to me. It wasn't really good at any one thing. You know what I'm saying? I don't know why.
I don't know. I really liked it.
Maybe the story was cool, but it wasn't the best story. The action was cool, but it wasn't the best action.
I like the action. The story was just okay for me, but the actual combat and stuff was fantastic to me. I loved it.
I love the game. I don't know how to explain it.
I liked a lot about this game. This is gonna be my ending monologue to this whole topic, right? And it's that I hope that EA sees that, all right, this game is predicted to sell 10 million copies by the end of March. Overall, that's a success, coming out of a studio that a lot of people didn't expect to make something as good as it came out to be, in spite of also its technical issues, which everyone can probably attest to. The game didn't
Yes.
run the best. It definitely felt like it needed at least 3 months of polish. You know what I'm saying?
Those
but
pop-ins, bro.
yeah. But like coming out of a studio that's only done first-person shooters, and for them to do a third-person action-adventure story-driven game and to sell this much copies, I hope they just say, all right, let's give them another crack at it, another crack at the Star Wars Jedi type of, franchise that they've made here with Fallen Order. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Star Wars Jedi : Fallen Order, so it looks like they have room for another Star Wars Jedi game. I hope that they just give them the proper time necessary to make a better polished game and see how it goes from there. Just
Bro,
I just want them to
agreed.
double down, knowing that all right,
Get
they
Amy
can't make
Hennig.
money off this.
Did y'all
Bro.
switch y'all's controls to R1, R2?
No, like Dark Souls. No.
Yeah, I played like that. It was so, bro. I had to play like that because the game it gave me some God of War vibes. So I switched the buttons. To these
Oh,
attacks,
okay.
bro.
Oh,
It
I
was
bet I would have
fire.
liked that. I bet I
It was
would have
way
liked
better
that.
than pressing these. Like if you used the
Face
the
buttons?
bumper, yeah, it's way better than face buttons for
Mm.
sure.
Dude,
Way better.
just get Amy Hennig back
Please.
and give us the Star Wars 1313 that
That
we
she
were
wanted to
promised
make.
forever ago. Give us that bounty hunter game, that single player
Yeah,
Boba Fett.
That was supposed to be Star Wars
That would have been
13.
stupid popular right now with the
What was
Mandalorian
Star
so
Wars
popular.
game that TKD had posted on Twitter.
Star Wars 1313. The one that was
That's what I
canceled.
was talking about.
Yeah.
It looks fire.
Yeah, that.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still up on YouTube. That was shown at E3 2014, I believe, or 2012. It was either 2012, 2013, or
Well, I wonder when they
2014.
cancel the games, what do they do with like all the memory and the files and everything?
It's still saved. Like, it's still backed up. It's just
Right.
not used. Because, like,
Oh.
I feel like nobody ever, like, deletes stuff anymore. Like, I feel like it's nice to just keep it.
especially nowadays.
Yeah.
I know a lot of times they'll recycle those assets for different games
Indeed.
and stuff. You know.
Yeah, indeed. But, next one, we dip into some two topics
Before we segue right here,
oh, shit. Okay.
me with my own files on my computer, like I'm very unorganized, so I can't imagine how they keep all that stuff together. Like
They got servers, bro. They got just like dump trucks
I'm
of
saying, as a
assets.
person who has to like go through and like really put that stuff up, I would hate to be the person that's organized.
Yeah, that's
If it
true.
even goes by like a certain person doing it, if that's
They
how it
just
works.
got like a librarian for like their assets.
Imagine, bro.
I feel
But
that. I
alright.
feel that. But these next two stories, we're gonna be talking a little bit of PlayStation 5, and the first one here is very, very quickly just that Sony has been registering trademarks for PlayStation 5 or PS5 in a lot of different countries, which of course is pointing to them eventually doing a reveal event. The main rumor in January was that it was dropping in February, the reveal event. Obviously, us being in February 4th, likely not going to happen this month. As well as them rolling out the website as well for, not website, but like the part of the PlayStation website that has PS5 stuff. That was like, hey, we look forward to revealing more news soon. So I just feel like February is not happening for this event. Just figure out, throw it in there. You know what I'm saying? I just like, hey, they are
When do you think it happens,
trademarking.
realistically?
Now I think March is likely.
March.
I'm surprised
I gotta see the launch titles. I have to see it.
Yeah.
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 Did you guys see that? I see that you don't have it on here. I don't ruin it if you have it on here, but I mean, just in case, since we're talking about PS5, did you see the rumor about them saying that they weren't going to announce a price until they see
Oh.
Xbox's price?
Yeah. I did say that.
What do you think about that?
Smart move.
But what does
I
that
don't
mean?
know. I don't know.
When do they announce it? Because now
what if
Xbox
Microsoft gets
knows.
petty and they're like, nah, we're chilling. And
Yeah.
nobody announced at the very end. Like
I think
We
I
just
think-
never get it.
Look, I feel
why can't PlayStation be in Xbox's shoes and have showed us stuff? Like I feel like Xbox guys, I kind of envy them a little bit right now because they have quite a bit that they know about there.
maybe I'm a little
True.
bit. I mean, dude, I feel like we know a lot about PS5 from the Wired.com articles.
Yeah, but I want.
We know a lot.
Yeah, they want to.
We just
it.
haven't
They
seen
want
the
to.
games and see it.
I mean, I feel like it's definitely coming number one. But like, in terms of the whole price thing, I feel like that's kind of a bluff to a degree. Like, someone knows the price. Right.
Nah, man. I feel like they're waiting for Xbox to screw up, bro. I feel like they're gonna Xbox is gonna be like, you know what, it's $500, and then PS5 is gonna be like, oh, it's $450. They'd be like, God
Right.
dang it.
I feel like they are prepared for either 500 or 400. And it just depends on whatever Xbox
If it's
goes.
400, bro, you know how surprised I'd be if it's 400. Like,
Me too, yeah.
For
I'd
me,
be so surprised.
I think it's 500, and I'm completely fine with that. I am totally
I
fine
think-
with paying $500 for
How
a
would y'all
Real
PS5.
get
talk, I
on
wouldn't be
PS5s?
surprised if it's
You
400.
wouldn't?
I think they got to stay affordable. I mean, like,
Nah.
400 is still a lot of money, dude. You know what I mean? Like, it's not.
It is.
Yeah, but
But at
I
the same
bet
time, I am thinking at the standpoint of like the reason why I'm saying, oh, I can't imagine. I think because I'm thinking that the PS4 was 400, but now if you think about it, that thing's so outdated that like our PS4 today would be this PS5, which means 400 could be affordable if you
Yeah,
go
that's
by
what
the
I'm-
technology.
you
we
also
use
got to
now.
think they might have different tiers. You know, there might be like a more powerful version right off the bat that's
Hey, I'll
like
go right for
500.
The power, I gotta have that.
It's got to be cheaper than going out and buying a PC of the same. Like, it's, you know, you got to be
Yeah.
able to, like, you can't be able to take $500 and go buy a better PC than you
How are
would.
y'all gonna get your
you know what I
consoles?
mean? Like,
Are y'all gonna like order it, or y'all gonna go in person?
Amazon.
Amazon.
I'm probably
I'm
gonna
probably gonna do
wait
Amazon.
a month or two after it comes out and then get it. I don't know.
Amazon might be the move.
I just want to secure it as soon as it's up. I will be whipping out my credit card that I have
'Cause
stashed away for the
somebody
PS5.
might Definitely. I mean, not somebody, but it could probably definitely sell out. Like
That's why
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
like, I don't want to deal with that. I want to have a day
That would
one
suck.
PS5
A whole
and be chilling. You know,
whole console
Yeah.
sell out, bro. Like
I need to
Bro,
be
it
chilling.
was so hard getting my Oculus Quest. I was on back order for like months because that shit was sold out, and
Did
now I'm
PS4
like,
sell out?
do what?
Did the PS4 sell out?
So the
I don't
PlayStation
know.
4 actually launched first in the United States only. And then
Oh.
it was
Yeah.
a rollout of different regions as the weeks and months went on. But I don't recall there being like a super massive shortage. But I know at least in my town in Phoenix, Arizona, not town, like as if like it's like a small town, Phoenix, Arizona. You know, we're in the top 5 biggest cities in the U.S. All right, we matter, right? But I got the last PS4 on Black Friday,
That's crazy.
in my entire
wow.
city.
But
You know, so like,
What-
so
That's crazy. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and go day one on whichever console I go with. Honestly, I can't promise you guys that I'm gonna go PS5.
it's all good, King. It's all good.
The thing
It's all
is,
good.
I'm in Prairie View, Texas. Like I'm gonna be in college when it drops. Because if it drops like October, November, I'm gonna be here. And I live in literally like my school population is bigger than the city's population. Like this is very country folk town.
Right.
So like I think I'd be able to get it pretty easy, but at the same time, I feel like everybody on campus might be trying to get it, and it might just
Yeah,
like
bro.
definitely might have to hit Amazon. But the location that we're at, the shipping, I can't really get like really fast shipping all the time. It just
Right.
depends on who's the pack. Like
Right. But
so I might be a little bit
it looks like, you know, when you get your PS5, Taj, you might be playing Ratchet and Clank.
Yes, sir.
There was rumors coming up, and I'm just gonna say this up front. I'm not really sure what triggered this to make the rounds this week, because you know, like we talked a little bit in the pre-show, you know, Colin Moriarty of Sacred Symbols podcast with oh my god, why am I forgetting Nicole's name? Oh, it is awkward. They left a call. It is only you. We're just gonna keep going, Taj.
All right.
Is that cool?
Fine.
We'll just keep going. You know, if they come in, they come in. You know, it's all good.
That's right. We got
But
it.
they see, cause Colin's been saying this for a while on the podcast that you know that it's 100% confirmed, you know, from his sources, whatever, that Insomniac Games is working on Ratchet and Clank in their not north. It's on the
It's
East
in the-
Coast. I forgot what the
North Carolina.
Thank you. On their studio over there, and
Right.
Spider-Man's, you know, being developed in the
In-
California
in-
offices. Yeah,
Right. In
Yeah.
Burbank, or is that how you pronounce it?
I think it's Burbank. Yeah.
Burbank. Yeah, Burbank.
Yeah. But as a big Ratchet and Clank fan, I want to just let you go off the beat, sir, and just
Okay.
tell me all your thoughts on this.
Bro, I feel like I'm on the spot now. I feel like
I mean, say whatever you want to say, whatever you need to
all right,
say.
this is all I have to say about this. Okay, look. Just to be simple-minded and very easy here, do not I personally think they need to continue from the future saga after Into the Nexus, after that cliffhanger we got, because the whole like narrative of this game, it's been like revolved around him trying to find his people, which is the Lombaxes, and they're like, they all died off. He doesn't really know what happened, and he's been like, A Crack in Time was like the game where he was gonna get them, but obviously I don't know if have you played A Crack in Time? Are you into this series like that?
Dude, I haven't played them in a very, very long time.
Oh,
like
well,
I
I'm gonna just cut it short. I've been really invested into this game since like 3 years old, and I need to see Ratchet have a good closure. Like, I need to see him find his people.
Right.
It just has to happen.
Yeah.
I need it to happen. So
it sounds like a big thing to leave on, you know what I'm saying? But
yeah, exactly. And it's such a long running game, especially like after Spider-Man. Like, I feel like this game is gonna get a lot of love, especially with the press of it being like
a first
Sony
party
being acquired.
PlayStation.
It's gonna be fire, especially with the PlayStation 5 and how like the thing about Ratchet and Clank, it's a very eye candy game, and a lot of stuff is on screen at once, and I just can't imagine how they like utilize the SSD to like really make the world pop.
I see.
And they made them really well in the PS3 days as it is. So I just can't wait to see it.
Yeah, I personally really like the Ratchet and Clank from 2016 a lot. I really like that game, and I feel like I feel like Ratchet and Clank might fill that like quote unquote like family game that Knack filled in a way.
I don't want it to do that though.
Well,
the thing is,
I mean,
Ratchet and Clank wasn't original. Like, I feel like 2016, I really liked it, but I don't like how they made the game cater to the movie that they're making that was catered to children. And it like, because even though it was based on the first game, it was so like they mixed some things up in the narrative that wasn't how, like, there are some things that changed drastically, which is why I guess it's called a reboot. But I really like the game, I do, but I don't want it to continue on this course. I think it just needs to go back to its teen crude humor and just continue from Into the Nexus and just let us get our narrative story standpoint, because I feel like this game wasn't as like cinematic as like A Crack in Time was.
Right. I mean, just like
I really enjoyed it. I did.
Yeah.
But I just don't think. Yeah.
I meant like purely off of like the art design of Ratchet and Clank, and like overall, like, it's not like a rated M game, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, that's where I was kind of coming from like family game. I get how like you don't want it to be like,
it went from T to everyone 10 and up, and then now I think, is it still 10 and up now?
I think I forgot.
But Crack in Time was still definitely not like Ratchet, especially this game being based on the first. Like, Ratchet in the original game, him being very selfless, not giving a damn, to this like fanboy, it just really kind of frustrated. It didn't frustrate me, but it just really like didn't resonate with me.
Right. I feel you. GameSpeak, they aren't on yet. I'm kind of questioning if we should if we should wait or we should just keep it going on these topics. I am taking off one of the topics just because like I don't really want to talk about that, and I really doubt any of us will have like any. Unless they do, but I was like, we'll just skip that. But I guess I'll just run through some of the topics. You know what I'm saying? And we'll kind of just keep it rolling. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
Just keep it going. Why not? If you are a owner of Dreams Early Access, they announced today that you'll be getting the update that makes the early access version the full game 3 days early than everyone else buying the full game. So that's pretty nice to like throw them a little bone right there. And it kind of acts as kind of like maybe like almost like a beta phase of like, all right, let's make sure this update works, and it just seems like a nice gesture.
The game comes out
Yeah.
Sure.
And definitely to those that bought early access that are diehard like Media Molecule fans, so
there's like a YouTube community for this game that I did not know about. Like, it's really hardcore.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's definitely following.
Nice
yeah,
built up channels from it.
Yeah, I actually have an interview with one of the channels on Friday, which will be the Road to Dreams episode 4. Yeah, so pretty cool that there. But are you gonna get Dreams? Are you?
I actually have the early access, but I've never really played it yet. Other than maybe like one level. Like, I really just haven't gave it the time of day. But
Right. Yeah, I'm planning on getting it day one. So definitely play through that.
Excited? Bro, I feel like gaming is so dry right now.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, that's why I've been dipping in the
Last year being
backlog a
pushed
lot.
back messed it up. And I feel like everything else being pushed back messed it up too.
Oh, 100%. Like, I mean,
Even though
yeah, I agree. Go ahead.
like, I don't know how I'm gonna get through February and March. I don't know how I'm gonna get through these 2 months. Like I don't know if I gotta go play like a backlog game or what.
That's what I've been doing, man. Like, I'm playing through all the Uncharted. Probably after Uncharted, we'll maybe do God of War. You know,
I think I'm gonna just hit Titanfall 2. Go
Titanfall
back
2
to
is
my
nice. Titanfall 2 is nice.
I'm gonna go back to the XCL collection and do the other 2 games. I don't know. I just gotta find something to get through this.
I feel you. And speaking of dreams, you know, which I don't know if you'll be playing the story mode. I definitely will be playing the story mode on Dreams. But it looks like
story coming for it.
Yeah. There's a separate story mode coming for the game that is developed by Media Molecule, and
That's interesting.
but what's interesting about it, it might be a turn off to some people. You know, me, I'm kind of indifferent about it, but it is going to be only 2 to 3 hours long. So it's a very, very short experience. You know what I'm saying?
The game $30.
It's 40. It's 40. It's 40. Yeah. It was wait, I'm trying to remember. Yeah. It was 30 for early access, and then 40, but you will pay nothing because you will be able to just upgrade to the full game. Yeah. So me, I got to pay 40, which I'm fine with. I think that's an appropriate price for that game.
Hopefully get a lot out of it, bro. I hope you get a lot out of it.
I mean, I kind of want to do like, you know, just some like, you know, behind the curtains talk, content creation talk. I kind of want to do like a weekly, like just dream serving session where like we just hop on stream or just whatever and just go through like a bunch of random dreams, whatever. Just like see what's popping every week, you know?
Oh, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Like, I don't know if there's any like way to like, you know, search the game, search the dreams that.
You can search it.
Can you do like the newest published?
There's like popular. Okay, cool. There's like trending and all. It's like just any generic search engine. It works.
Right. Yeah. So
I don't know off the top of my head because it's been so long since I got into it, so I didn't want to really like start speaking on it when I don't 100% know. But I know it's like any other. Like if you go on YouTube and like.
Right. Yeah. So it's
like categories and all that. It's good.
I see. Yeah. So I'm thinking about doing like a little bit of that to give it some legs, maybe, but we'll see. I'm not sure how long it's been on Dreams, but I'm definitely gonna beat the full campaign for sure.
Right.
So just to quickly touch on some last few topics here. There's only 2 more. Let me double check. What's this one? Yeah. Actually, one more topic. Then we get to the question. Then we'll call it a day. Not sure if GameSpeak will come back. Unfortunately, they have internet issues. Unfortunately, I hate to hear it.
Yeah.
But
sucks.
it's all good. It's all good. We'll all write it out. But there is a Fortnite Celebration Cup for PS4. It's going to be exclusive to the platform. It looks like they'll be fighting. Let's see here. So I'll just read this little paragraph here. So So the Fortnite Celebration Cup takes place across the weekend of the 15th through 16th of February, and it introduces a new regional leaderboard which comes with its own set of rewards depending on your placement. Ranking in the top 50% will net you a take cover spray, making it into the top 25% awards you a wild accent pickaxe, and being one of the very best in the top 5% includes a Tango outfit for the game, as well as that's just on the first day. However, as the second set of 24 hours gives players a chance to win part of $1 million prize pool. So pretty cool, if you're really good at Fortnite.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
I think it's a pretty cool event. Plus, I mean, it's esports. Pretty dope, but I don't see myself really getting into it.
Yeah,
I
I definitely won't jump in this. I just think it's pretty funny how it's on like Valentine's Day weekend. I don't know. It's like a lot.
It's only on PlayStation. Also, every Fortnite player is gonna be on PlayStation, huh?
Yeah. So pretty cool right there. Just figured I'd throw it in there for anyone that is in the Fortnite.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
But the last section we got here is the question of the podcast. Yeah, question of the week. So I'll just ask you straight up, right? So there was a European survey that they did, and they were asking gamers what they want out of next gen. And the overwhelming majority, I believe 68% of the people that were surveyed said that they wanted better visually looking games. So I wanted to ask you, what do you want out of next gen? What is the number one thing that you are looking for out of next gen?
Honestly, due to the fact that I think games run well now, even though they're in 30, and I really don't complain about it too much. because like if it allows me to bring it up to 60, I'll do it. If not, I don't have any complaints. So I honestly have to say the same thing, bro. Just like jam pack the visuals. Like I really do truly agree.
I feel you.
Plus, I feel like most casuals, like I feel like most like console gamers are casuals. So I don't think, that they truly see frame rates or like they truly know. They're kind of like ignorant. So
Right.
I think they just look and see like, wow, this game's pretty. Not, oh, it feels clunky.
Yeah. 100%.
Yeah, so,
100%.
Yeah, I say go for the visuals.
Yeah, I totally see that. Just me personally, bro. Like I love a good frame rate. I'm a sucker for a good frame rate.
I agree for sure.
But yeah. So
I just go for what they give me. I don't really like nag and care. Whatever they give me is what I play with. If they have it there, then dope. If not, it's like I just move on.
I feel that. I feel that and totally can respect that. Yeah, totally. Just me, like, if you're asking me, like, what I personally would want out of next gen, definitely would be, like, higher frame rates. And, like, right. I understand the chase for graphics and the chase for resolution, you know what I'm saying? To have those have those good, like, buzzwords, like 4K, uncompromised, etc. You know what I'm saying?
RTX.
Like, yeah.
Or not RTX, but ray tracing.
Ray tracing, all that. Yeah. But, like, I would love to, like, have the industry just, like, stay a little bit on 1080p and like, double down on frame rate, but I know that'll never happen. But so I'm definitely a frame rate.
I don't think I could ever go back to 1080p. I don't think I could ever go back to 1080.
Yeah, no. I've been playing in 4K for a while.
Yeah. I switched back in 2018 in May, so I don't think I could ever go back.
I feel that.
For sure.
I feel that. But better load times would be nice. Better feature sets, which I'm excited to see with the PS5. But that will all be.
I'm really just like. I'm just excited for that launch lineup, like I said. Like, I just want to know the lineup. And plus, like, I wasn't really, like, back in 2013, I wasn't really in tune with, like, everything. I wasn't a part of the hype. I wasn't watching keynotes. And because, like, I didn't have, like, I was 13. I didn't have, like, money and stuff. So I couldn't really be a part of all that. But, like, now, like, I'm 20. I do content creation, which is dope. And it's, like, I feel like I'm a part of the community. Like, I'm a part of this. And I'm ready to see how, like, it goes. Yeah,
like this, like being your first console launch, because my like first console launch I was cognizant for was the PS4. That was the first one like I like paid attention to, like straight up,
Right.
And like actually got into gaming around like
I've always been into gaming, but I've never been into this like just like I've always thought I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't grow up around people who saw games how I saw them. They just
100% same.
Madden, Call of Duty, right?
Same.
So like I didn't really think that there was like I knew like a lot of people played these games, but I didn't think there was a whole community of people who like really talked about it all the time because I didn't have that around me growing up. So when I started YouTube recently, like I really started seeing it, but at the same time I kind of hate it because like I just hate some people's opinions. It doesn't make sense, but I feel like people don't let you have your own opinion.
Right.
Also.
Right.
It's just always some arguing about anything. I just want to play games and just enjoy the game. That's the only thing about like this stuff I don't like, and it's just so much like I don't know.
It can get drama filled. It can get wishy washy. Yeah, I feel that.
Yes.
Yeah, me no. I've always loved games, but like in like 2009 2008 ish time is when I like started to love like gaming culture.
Right.
And like games media, and like the conversation around games, you know what I'm saying? Like that's when I got hooked, and like that's when I started
like
following.
I even watched E3 and stuff, but I just didn't think people were looking at it like that. Like I thought I would it's like I thought it was only me. Like I know like I literally didn't think that, but that's how I felt. Like it was just me that was into this
same because nobody in my family was heavy into games. It was only me.
Right.
Yeah, actually, now that we're chatting a little bit, just one thing to bring up, like until I was like 16, I wasn't allowed to play games during the weekdays. I was only allowed to play during the weekends. Yeah, man, it was rough times, bro. Yeah, it was crazy.
Your parents would be the type.
Yeah. They I mean, they just wanted me to focus on school during
my parents
during the
did
weekday.
that too if my grades were lower. They're like, no playing on weekdays. I'm like,
Yeah, no, I was always a and B student, but
just wait till the weekend. Like you're literally just dying for the weekend.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, dude, I just want to play these games. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like that's why like
the weekend goes too fast. Like that
100%.
Friday night, you get to stay up all night. You're probably gonna sleep in that Saturday. Boom, you wake up. That day's gone. Then we wake up Sunday. For a fact you got to get off probably like 7 or 8.
Yep. I was really doing the most, but
right.
That's all good. Look,
You got
look
it.
where
You
I'm
can
at
play
now.
as much as you want
Look
now.
at that.
You're
Yeah,
right.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
that has been episode 4. Oh, I heard a Discord notification. That has been episode 4. Yeah. So apologies for GameSpeak dropping out. Their ISP
Right.
had a little attack. Hate to hear it, but of course, their links in the description. Definitely go follow them. Their Twitter, their YouTube, all that good stuff. Make sure they go follow their links down below in the description. And Tajae, where can the people find you? Well?
You can find me over on Twitter at Tajae Moment, YouTube, which is Tajae. Those are like the main 2 platforms I'm on all the time. I also have an Instagram, Tajae YT, if you want to go there for some, I guess, cool behind the scene pictures, I guess. Go check me out. Yeah, I upload. The content I do is just Last of Us mostly. And I'm starting to dip into other things right now. I'm like testing waters, like covering other things, but I'm mostly focused on the Last.
Yeah, I feel that. And me, of course, if you're watching this on YouTube already, youtube.com/PlayStation Source. If you're not well acquainted with any of those, links below in the description as well to our Discord, so as our Twitter, and of course our Anchor link where you can listen to this podcast and all of our other long-form content on the channel, those being the Road 2 series as well as Save Slot. All those on, of course, podcast services around the globe. And man, it looks like everyone's dropping today. I'm losing everyone. It's just me and the outro. So thank you all. Thank you all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits.